advantage of again their players, more of them in the auditorium. But remember, this tournament is being held according to the guidelines of COVID-19, and one of the guidelines is we do not allow spectators in the auditorium. Mostly, if you hear any cheering, it's just from fellow teammates and Ugandans. Even when they are few, they can make noise. Well, Doha slowly started off slowly, but now only 2 points adrift. We've watched Doha play before, and she's the defending champion. What do you think she's gonna do? Because they've played against Uganda before, and they've won 2 times, I think 3 times now. Yeah, so at least she knows how these Ugandans are playing. Very talented young players. What strategy as a coach do you think Doha would be employing?
Well, as a coach, first of all, I think the only problem that I must see, if I foresee when I look at Doha, is I think she's been playing what the Ugandan number one, what this youngster
Fadila Shamika.
It will be her first time now to play against Kobugabe, so it will take a bit of time for her to adjust to the kind of play that Kobugabe is playing. Because if you look, when they started off, Doha started off very well, but then now that you can see that she's leading, she's now leading. That shows that Kobugabe was slowly getting the rhythm of, at least watch her play against her fellow Ugandan.
Yeah.
She's taking advantage of that.
Well, it's still too early. This is the interval stage. Kobugabe leading 11-7. You've been playing for Botswana. You also played in this tournament. What can you tell fellow players, your experience so far in the tournament?
Matches go up high as the chart goes high. The speed and the intensity of the players start to elevate, they start to go high, and it becomes very tough as the games go on and on. So what I would actually say is that my local fellow mates should train hard and more so that they can reach to the higher level.
Yeah, definitely you have to train hard because the standards of African badminton are going higher and higher. So if you are on court, you've seen Kobugabe sometimes playing well, sometimes letting go and committing lots and lots of mistakes. What would you do as a player on court in that instance?
Well, to me, what I feel is that experience counts and maturity of age counts as a player. So I wouldn't blame her for making a lot of mistakes because she's young and very talented. As she has to make a lot of mistakes to get to that point where she's consistent. If it was me, I wouldn't actually encounter those problems as thing to blame myself for. So I would take it as a lesson so that the next games I become consistent.
Yeah, take it in your stride. Learn more from your mistakes is the advice for this singles player from Botswana. 11-13. Doha. Oh, lovely play from Doha. Slowly getting her rhythm. Well, it will be good to know how Kobugabe responds when Doha now is catching up. 12-13. Oh, 13 all. Finally, Doha catches up.
Oh. Play. that his game. Yes, we can see that Kubu Gabe now, I think she's really to put she's a bit now Indians are coming, Indian players now have started coming in, and I think her confidence is gradually going to grow because more support.
Singles. Well, we have a big monumentous game between Agassi Hatel and Brian Kasirie, who is really on form.
Yeah.
What do you think? Fireworks?
Fireworks. That should be going to be a very interesting game because if you look in the team events, El Gamal beat Brian in the singles, and to be El Gamal. Like
second Doha converts. Very close.
you see, I think Kubu Gabe is still not yet there. She's still a bit rusty. You can see the way when she tries to play long rallies, the ball goes outside. She still has to adjust. Whenever she tries to play, don't switch the top of the back. All her shots go outside. So I think during this break time, she and the coach need to discuss and find a solution on what could best work for her.
Yeah, definitely, because this time on this near side of the court, the drift will be working against Husna, so she really needs to take care because most of the on this near side, most of the shots go out, and I've seen from different. So Anu having difficult trying to control, although came for this game late because he wasn't part of the team event, so really have enough time to get used to the court, the shuttle. But well, let's see. Coach Kabindi, very experienced, has been there and really taking these ladies and the entire Ugandan team to new levels, great heights. Second game of this semi-final championships, All Africa Senior Championship 2022 here in Uganda.
I think it will be very interesting to see how both players are going to approach this second match, because for Kobu Gabe, she has to ensure that she starts very well, because if she cannot catch up with Doha, I think that will be the end of her.
Yeah. You see, and she gets the 1-1. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Kobogalo catching Doha there, flat-footed. Oh, unlucky.
Well, Penny, the Egyptian player, was building up on the attack. But now the game has changed on the second set. Kobugabe is the one who's building the attack and is gaining more points from that.
Yeah.
If he becomes persistent and consistent with that, I think he might as well take the second set and go for the third one.
Yeah, hopefully, I think now it is the
Yeah.
lovely. Kobugawa should have. Oh, lovely. Playing chance. The strategy. Makes another mistake. And
Fair.
more and more mistakes from Doha.
Okay.
Well, 5 points lead for Husina. Another mistake from
Indeed, at the tables of 10, and I think also experience, I think, to the plays more too safe.
mistake. Info. Behind and catching up, especially in the game with Robert White.
I think I must commend the Ugandan coach. I think whatever that he said to the player, to Kobugabe, is working. Because as you can see, she applied more pressure. Is doing all the shots. mid-court net, but now changed. And I think that Doha the problem because you are used to somebody playing on net, mid-court net, you get to relax, and forget that there's also the real court. So now I think Kobugawe now has adjusted. That's why I think Doha is having problems in, scoring.
Really.
Yes, we shall see what the both coaches said to the players during the cover. Because what your coach again.
Good play from Doha.
But like you said, I think it will be very interesting. Should Kobugawe win this set? We shall see. Just let the game flow and say Kobugawe, we'll see what Kobugawe will do.
Kobugawe makes another error.
True indeed. With badminton, you never know. You are never dead up until the last point.
As Don makes a crucial.
Well, you see, like this, for Husna, I think I think it will be crucial for all to be calm because
players report to their setting point. Madam Hussein Bonabal in Egypt and Brian Hasri in their setting point.
Lead. Good from Doha.
To maintain that lead, maintain the 4 points.
or rather 5-point lead. Restoring lead. Well,
I think with these 4 points that are remaining, it will be very, very crucial for Kobugabe to concentrate because she is not yet there. She shouldn't tell herself that the game is over.
not yet.
Fight is there.
The fight is in the lead. Good play this time round from Doha, but
Should we say these are the last kicks of a dying horse?
the last from Doha, she's got
That's one thing I like about the Egyptians. You know, they even though they might be losing, they still have that that sense of that they've got that philosophy, trying.
play. Why? Good play right on the line. 16 or 15-19. I still think Husna can make it. She just needs to take 1 point and that would put her family. Oh, another mistake. Unlucky in that instance.
19. That brought you up to that point. It's even much closer now.
If Doha converts this one, it will be really. She does, and no pressure on Kobugabe. Oh my, good fight from Doha. Really, in badminton, anything is possible. Good fight, and finally, oh, what a comeback! What a comeback!
Unbelievable one. Kobugabe.
Good judgment.
That's a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, Doha couldn't judge the.
Yeah, couldn't judge.
But test on Kobugabe at this point.
Judgment. Good judgment. Unfolding in this game. 20 all. Some.
Honestly, it will be very painful to. Outside. It was very painful.
Mistake. Oh my. She led all the way. But it's not yet over. Watch as it is advantage for Doha. Crucial point. Wins the greatest comebacks of all time. Doha The defending champion comes back from 10 points down. Coach,
This a game of bed. And I said, like I said before, it's be up to the coach, the Ugandan said to during that interval. I told even at 19, Mugabe, 10 years, you're not yet there. Playing the way we are playing.
miraculous comeback from Doha. Oh my heart is still pounding.
Yes, I think we should give it to Doha for this one.
Lovely
One of the greatest comebacks.
of all time in the Africa Senior Championships. Remember, we are here live every day. Oh my. Beautiful play. As we cut to the interview section. Doha really excited, pulling one of the major comebacks in the All Africa Senior Championships individual event. The defending champion Doha Hani surviving. Well, we must give credit to Husina, young player, played really well, gave us an amazing semi-finals. Coach, this young player, what should she take away from this encounter?
I think looking at the way the game got and let them reflect on what went wrong, how can they rectify it, and also work on her mental strength, because as a young player, I think the mental part, the mental strength is not yet there. We should also they should also work on a mental strength.
On go to one men's singles semi-finals, Adam Hatem Kamal, Egypt versus Brand Asuri, Uganda. Mapaya, Namomi, Nicoye, Nigeria, Service Judge, Alus Hamilton, Egypt.
When you finish, take all the jobs.
And here we go, All Africa Senior Championship 2022 women's single semi-final. First semi-final against Doha, between Doha and Hosina. Congratulations, Doha, second time to the final, last year and today. So how do you feel about this? This is my first question. My second question, you started very well, but second game was quite some mistakes, but you managed to do a strong comeback and win at the point.
Actually, I'm very happy that I reached the final for the second time in a row. Yeah, I started the first set with very good performance. I was controlled the shuttle very well, but I don't know what happened in the second set. I did a lot of mistakes, but yeah, I managed to win this match. It's so stressful, but I'm very happy that I made it.
One more match for the gold, and we know that you are seeking for this for so many years. So how will you prepare yourself, and how what do you hope to do in that final?
Actually, I hope to get the gold medal this time. I worked very hard last years. Yeah, I prepared very well for this tournament. Yeah, I had an injury, but I hope I can get the gold medal.
congratulations again. We know that you still have women's doubles semi-finals draw. So good luck and wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
And back again, Husina, hard luck.
Thank you.
Not good start at the beginning, but second set you were leading for at least I think six points gap. But at the end, some errors happen and you lose a bit of concentration, and finally you didn't make it. So just tell us first, how do you feel about reaching semi-finals in All Africa for the first time, and secondly, why that happened in the second set?
Okay, well, thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I happened to play the semi-finals of All Africa. I've happened to play a senior player, Doha Hani. I've always loved playing her, and it's always nice playing top players. I might have lost, but it's a hard luck for me. I was leading, and then unfortunately I started making a lot of unforced errors. But I think I have to learn how to maintain a lead in all my matches.
Just we need to, now you get a bronze medal in the singles, which is let's say a good achievement for you this year. So for the next African Championship, how will you build on this and try to be much more better? What will you do?
I'll have to work hard as a person. I will have to improve on my game more so that I can happen to challenge the senior players.
Congratulations for your bronze medal.
Thank
Hard
you.
luck for the game. Wish you the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Look good.
Beautiful interview. Well, we catch up with this match. Elgamal versus Brian Kasiri. Maybe you were saying something earlier.
Good morning, viewers. Once again, it's a beautiful morning. We are here live at Lugogo Stadium, witnessing the All Africa Senior Championship men's event, individual event. With us today, we have the greatest players in Africa battling out in the likes of Agama Adam from Egypt. Is up against the one and only Brian Kasili, the son of the soil, the Ugandan international player. On court 2, we have the biggest game as well in the likes of Opiori Anu from Nigeria battling out against Amek Adel of Algeria. It's a wonderful morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, lovely from Donald Maybe. Commissioner.
I've learned a lot from this tournament since I was playing against the best players with high standards that I couldn't match in this tournament. This really calls a lot of training for me, and I learned on how to control them. I need to work on. But I promised myself that from this tournament I will train hard as I can and work on my mistakes. And vengeful.
Yeah, at least when you show up and participate, you get to know the standard of the players. This thing continuing between Syria.
firstly to start with the Ugandan coaches. He must say to Brian, concentrate or focus on the match, because what previously now is a different on our match. Never have and we need one, but his standard is far way higher than yours. You can match, keep your calm, you will be able to.
Talking of concentration, you're seeing circumstances that might cost
So how do you feel about reaching the final? And this is my first question. Second question, tonight you are going to play the final against Doha, which is your teammate and you're also double partner. So how do you feel about this and how will you prepare yourself?
Well, I'm so happy to reach the final, and I'm happy to reach the final at 18 years old. And I hope to be a great role model for the Egyptian young players. And I know today the final will be tough because Doha is a really great player, but I will keep fighting and I will try to get the gold.
So now you're still playing women's doubles event semi-final also. So now you finish the singles, focusing on the double. And we can see now you just close the singles event and now focusing on the doubles event. So
Yeah.
what will you do and how you prepare with your partner to reach the final?
Well, we will try to prepare mentally and just watching the players, because South Africa is a tough doubles. They are really great doubles player, and I hope we can reach the final.
So congratulations again for singles. Wish you the best in the doubles and hope to see you in the finals.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
في الكلام
yes. Oh well, we're back as we see not some good images there. Brian having a scare there, some twist of the ankle, but getting the services of the magic spray. But also it could be some showmanship just to relax and readjust his game as he's trailing, but only by 1 point.
Great. To what is really happening.
Yeah.
Now sense of urgency as compared to the first time before he had that injury. I think that injury also come up with so that I don't inflict more pain on my.
I think also at this level might not have been an injury, but just a strategy.
Yes, so you have to come up with. Sometimes when you try to ask for a break from the umpire, so you have to come up with something that is concrete, that the umpire is going to be more convinced, so that you can take a break and things like that.
Well, as Brian now. Well, Elgamal left. Yes, the team experience more in this, the more the experience we have the likes of winning the game. So this is mental strength Ugandan team to really adopt, but again, as we say, it takes time and it comes with.
Yes, you must go with the experience, but also it also goes with to guide.
Interesting. Gamal has really made many errors. Lead. Still making another error. This is a 5-point lead. What do you think is going through El Gamal's head? You see, even the shots he's playing, not really making any effort. And good charge.
Basically, in this game, my observation is that El Gama has been really outplayed because, El Gama is an offensive player. So what Brian Kasiri has done is to put him off from that position of aggression. And now Brian Kasiri is kind of controlling the game, is playing his game. He has made El Gama to be playing Brian Kasiri's game, which is working so far so good for Brian Kasiri. as you can see, Brian has become the aggressor now instead of El Gamal. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for El Gamal to dig himself out of this hole that has been created. And there, as you can see now, even the censorship has gone in. He really wants to play everything safe. And the defense of Brian Cassidy is just amazing. El Gamal smash it. They are not working in favor of El Gamal. So this has made El Gamal's game to be very, very difficult. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I hear you, Donald, but I certainly hope Brian's lead, he is not going to fall apart in terms of mental strength, because as you remember, the game that came before this one, that Doha and Kubugabe was leading 7 points ahead, and Doha managed to come all the way and won the game.
Yeah.
And as you can see now, Brian was leading with 6 points. Now the lead has been cut to 3. It is going to be upon Brian to keep his focus and stay on the game, because now the lead has been cut into 2.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't compare the two games between Hosna against Doha of Egypt. Very brief. And Brian has been exposed to a high performance training. He has a mental strength, and I don't think he's going to make that mistake, because he knows what is at stake for him. That's what I'm talking about. This is a player that BCA has invested a lot of money in. Not to take away anything from him, I think the investment you can easily see it. From the way he's playing and his composure, is really up to the task. That is my opinion.
Yeah, very true. But the other thing that I also observed, like you said before, El Gamal is playing too safe now. I think he's now just banking on Brian to make mistakes. Very good play.
That was a beautiful rally to see from both sides. You can see the intelligence in both players, how they are executing their shots. And it was beautifully done by El Gamal to take that point. That was a perfect stroke selection that came from El Gamal.
Yes, Donald. I think these last maybe 4 points or 2 points to either player, they both need to concentrate.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah. Because whoever makes the mistake will pay dearly.
Yeah, but again, these players, they are used to this kind of situations. So I'm sure they are both up to task. And there it is. And that's a super intelligence that you can see from Brian Cassidy. Super intelligence. He's able to dictate the pace of the game each and every rally that comes along. If El Gamal can go into his where in his style, I'm sure he's going to. That's a super lift. This is what I'm talking about. The smashes aren't just working, and there we go. Boom.
Wow. Very well composed. I think Brian kept his cool, and that way even El Gamal got even confused.
Exactly.
It's been cornered now.
Exactly. El Gama is not playing his game. They have completely shut his strength. And you know, when you're an offensive player, and if your opponent outplays you, you can't play your own game. There's no two way about it. You're going to face defeat. This is just enshrined. If you're an attacking player, you should make sure that your attacks are meaningful.
Well,
once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are live at Lugogo Stadium, Kampala. This is the All Africa Senior Championship in Uganda 2022. On court 1, we have the Titans of Egypt and Uganda. Brian Kasile in the lead, taking the first game. And on court 2, ladies and gentlemen, we have Adel Amek of Algeria and Epiori Anu from Nigeria. These two matches are so tantalizing, and it's amazing to be here once again. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us live on BCA YouTube. We are streaming live.
Definitely. Donald Mabel.
Jeff, the last time. British Jeff.
Yeah, I turned to Arabic at some point. I had amazing time with Anu, who's playing in the other semi-finals. Well, I'll tell you again at the break as we catch up with this game. Oh, good play. And I think this injury on Brian, quite real. He's wincing, moving, and asking for medical assistance. This is not a good sign. This young man has been playing really well. We hope that the injury does not.
This is a different injury, actually. This is going to be the knee injury. It's different from what he suffered.
Yes, we're seeing he has a lot of tape on his knee.
Exactly.
So we really hope that this will not ruin his chances. Brian Kasirye, one of the favorites to win this tournament. Coach, injury is one of the big challenges for players when they are trying to, win tournaments.
Every part of their body, they get to exercise it, because if you do not exercise that part, you are bound to prone to injuries.
But another challenge we have is having doctors who are really specialized in sports injury. In a game of badminton where our knees are they are key to our movements.
Yeah, I think Africa, we've been so unfortunate because there are quite few doctors who are aligned to our sport. So, like you're saying, most of the time, your knees are the ones which get to enjoy the load, even though the load has to be transferred to the legs, but your knees also play a pivotal role in terms of your movement, because they're in between the upper body and the lower body. So if you have a problem with your knee, it can be very fatal, and it can, ruin your career in sport.
Yeah, we've seen many of our talented players leaving the sport because of knee injuries. Well, we'll catch up with this game as El Gamal playing that beautiful net attack, leading 4-2.
certainly hope this knee, that the problem that Brian has sustained, does not affect her game plan, because now maybe he has to adjust and start thinking about the weight that he's going to be applying on the knee. Because should it happen that he thinks about that pain, I think that is what is going to cost him the game.
Yeah, good. Still, I believe he's trying. He might be feeling the pain, as players. We sometimes know how to conceal pain. He's moving, okay, but maybe he's feeling the pain. We can never tell because he's the one feeling it on court.
But we must also give it to El Gamal, because El Gamal, now that we saw that Brian has got a problem, he's making Brian move around the court so that, he feels that pain, you see, so that Brian can now give up.
Yeah.
The more you feel the pain, the more you're not going to be able to move around the court.
Yeah, more pain. Good net shot. Oh, unfortunate. That cross drop.
That cross drop, had it gone in, you could see the Brian when he was playing after lunging, he was limping.
Yeah.
He had applied more weight on the knee.
On the knee.
Yeah. And that really.
Well, Brian still fighting. Oh, good smash, good body smash from Basilio. Noticing a little bit of loss of concentration from Brian.
I think that might be because of the injury that he has sustained. He's thinking about the game and at the same time also
feeling the
pain that he's feeling. So the two, they're just trying to
marry the two.
Yeah, so that if they can merge and see.
Yeah, lovely play.
Lovely. But it's good to see that he's not only thinking about the pain, he's also thinking about winning the game.
Yeah.
So that he can finish and then go and sit down and nurse the injury.
There's the injury. Remember, if he qualifies here, he will have a final to prepare for. Well, good play from Brian, still hanging in there, trying to avoid putting weight on the knee.
Yeah, I think Brian is in a very difficult position right now. He is playing very safe. His foot has really been affected. He can't move as he was doing in the first place. And when you are in such a state, I think it becomes very difficult.
Well,
very difficult to control the game.
I think Brian also letting this get into his head, trying to directly address the line judge is not a good thing, and it's sad really to see Brian doing that. He needs to keep his composure more. At the end of it all, I like advising players. It's not only what you do on court, also what you do off court and how you carry yourself that matters on what kind of player you become. Lovely net shot from Casillo, cutting the lead of El Gamal.
Indeed, it's very big for Brian Casillo to climb at the moment. So everything that is against him is so bitter. So that is something that we should understand. These people, they're human as well, So they feel That's a super lift. That's Brian Cassidy.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful judgment from Cassidy. Oh, Donald, I want to believe the player code of conduct addresses some of these issues. And even before the tournament begins, the players swear a hypocritic oath on being
You know, Jeff, I agree with you, but you should remember that these are human beings with emotions.
yeah,
If
but
something doesn't go your way, definitely as a human being, you react in a certain way.
well, reaction notwithstanding, the game is governed by rules, and those rules have to be followed. Like it or not, Donald,
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
rules must be followed.
Exactly.
And as I said again, we need to carry the spirit, especially when we are among the leading players. We need to carry that leadership and show example to the players that are coming, they are developing. Like here we have one of the players with us here in the commentary box. If you see a big star arguing with a line judge or trying to mock a line judge, this is not acceptable, Donald.
Yeah, even in big matches, we've seen this. Even the elite professionals, Jeff. It's common. It's common. It's sometimes if you feel the call is not fair, they protest. Like if I can give you an example, Cheng Long in the finals, the Olympics, the service judge kept on saying fought. And you saw what he did. He had to tag in his shot to say all my services are below the. That was like some kind of protesting, literally throwing the rackets and holding his head because someone caught the shuttle out when in the actual sense he felt it's inside. So it's really common because these are human beings. So
I agree, Donald.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
We should
again, as you say,
allow that for them to express how they feel. You know, sometimes it's
well, when expressing, we have to keep in mind that there are rules that have to be followed, Donald.
and that's why I think we see most players resort to lifting their hands, wanting the intervention of the tournament referee.
Expressing dismay is acceptable.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, lovely game. This is Brian Cassidy took the first game 21-17. El Gamal in the fight of defending his title, leading in the second game 11-9. But Donald, we haven't seen the game we expect to see from the defending champion.
Yeah, basically, El Gama is playing a very tricky player. This is a guy who has got so much good defensive skills, and his strokes, I'm telling you, they're just tip top. If you see the way he's playing, as if maybe El Gama is not working anything at all. So El Gama, this is playing so much on El Gama's psychology, and it looks like the pain has subsided, and we can see it started moving. So it will be interesting to see how this match is going to unfold. Still, El Gama in the lead, controlling the game so far. So let's just wait and see who's going to take the day at the end of the day.
Well, a mistake. Well, I think also with this drama, Brian has forgotten he has an injury.
Definitely, in the first, he was to play. In the wrong line, I think the pain has
miraculously disappeared.
This is what these guys are trained for, actually.
Beautiful, beautiful lift. Oh, lovely from El Gamal. 14-11. Poor judgment on El Gamal, allowing. Lovely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful play from Kasiri.
Very, very, very stable.
A lovely, lovely follow-up shot from El Gamal. And Donald, this is the kind of play we expect to see from the defending champion.
Yeah, if he tries to keep on doing that, he might find his way. And this is the kind of play that has been denied from the beginning of the match. But slowly he's trying to force it on his opponent. And it's working at the end of the day. This is very interesting to see that both players are really finding their form.
Good play. Oh, lovely play. Oh, lovely. Lovely play from Brian.
And that's a lovely piece
and he's happy about it.
Coming from both players. Actually, you can see that El Gamal's defense is not that sluggish. Is equal to task as his opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, let me take this honor to announce that they on court 2, the powerhouse of Africa, Opiori Anu, has taken the game.
Well,
it is 21-18, 21-18.
Some drama also happening on court 1 as El Gamal falls down and asks
for the doctor. His arm, as we saw earlier, his shoulder is kind of in trouble, and is looking for the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, on court 2 we have Opiori Anu of Nigeria cruising into the finals. And we still on court 1 witnessing the two interesting stars of Africa battling out. El Gamal of Egypt in the lead, 15-3. This is interesting to see.
Good rally.
Exactly. That is Brian's
game.
That is Brian's game. Playing like Brian Kasili if he really has to take this game on. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for him to succeed in this second match. That's what he needs to do. He needs to force the attack. He needs to force the attack. He needs to force the attack. And now it's 15-all. This is becoming very, very interesting to see.
15-all.
Yes. That's what he really needs to do. If he has to get back in the game, he needs to force the attack. Otherwise, if he goes on trying to control the shuttle, I don't think it's going to match up with Brian Casilia. Brian Casilia, that's his territory. He enjoys controlling the match and is very good at that.
Good play. Good play. Good play from the players.
This is Algama extending his lead to 2 points now.
Oh, my.
Coming from Brian.
Mistake from Donald. Wide shot.
Extension.
18-15.
Algama's favor. 3-point deficit. The young talent Brian Kasirye has to dig himself out of this hole. It's a huge 3-point deficit.
Good shot. Beautiful shot from El Gamal. 19-15.
19-15.
I think this is going to be interesting. If you look into this game, both players have got injuries. Brian has got a knee injury, and Al Gamal has got an elbow injury, a shoulder injury. So it will be up to the tactics on who's going to be applying the tactics more that are good for them. That's good defensive. That's a good defensive play again from Brian.
Very good.
I think it's going to be very interesting, Donald, to see who amongst the two will have the upper hand in the third set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about how best your belt in this match. So whoever is going to have an upper psychological effect, I think is going to be. You can see how much El needed.
El Gamal needed that, kissing the ground.
That's how
in
much.
prayer.
That's how much he needed that set.
We can see how important. Lovely play also from Brian, as also El Gamal again collapses down in pain, holding his shoulder. Not some good images to see. The doctor.
Can start. Welcome back to All Africa Senior Championship 2022 men's singles semi-finals. Anu, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
To the final, that's a great achievement. 2 sets this time. It seems like you get adapted to the condition, to the shuttlecocks, and 2 sets straight with the Algerian pair. So now in the finals, you are waiting the winner. So how will you prepare yourself now, and how do you feel about reaching the final after, this long time?
First of all, I'll talk about reaching the final. Just like almost every All African games, I'm almost the one I attend. I'm almost at the final. So I think I'm happy that I'm able to make it to this level, and now I need to fight for the throne, because it's usually me and Paul. So if it's not here, then I should take over, and I think I'm mentally preparing myself to give everything I have into the second in the finals, because they are also good, as you can see. They are also very good players. So I want to. I don't want to think about any other thing. Just think about giving what study my opponent on court, and just give